on! Football!
All right, boys. The Cleveland Browns, what a week for them. So Deshaun Watson out for the season now. It was announced, shoulder surgery. But they just completed one of the craziest comebacks of the season in the NFL. And we're going to break it down here with this film review. Phil Mackey, Jeremiah Sirles, and Alex Boone. Please click that like button and the subscribe button if you're new to the O-Line Committee. Help us grow this brand new channel as of a few months ago. But wow, they were down basically by 2 touchdowns pretty much the whole game. And any game that involves a pick six to start, a blocked kick, like all sorts of crazy shit happened in this game. And you guys are going to talk us through it here.
Yeah, I mean, hats off to Stefanski and his ability to keep that team together when it seemed like all hell was breaking loose against a team that's just been a juggernaut over the past few weeks, right? I mean, they've just been killing opponents. I mean, murdering them. And I think after the first play of this game, you're like, oh, here they go again, right? And Stefanski weathered that storm. Deshaun Watson, I thought, weathered that storm really well and found a way to win a game at the end when, man, winning in the NFL is hard, but coming back against a Ravens team like that, really impressive.
And an in-conference team, a Ravens team, like Jay said, has been playing like they have all year. I mean, dude, that was a huge win. But at the same time, you lose Deshaun Watson and then for the season, and now you rely on your defense, and now you've turned to the Jets. You look like the – I'm not even kidding – the AFC North Jets. And now you're turning around and you're going, hey, just don't give up. Just try and score like 14 points, and we'll be okay. How about that?
We'll get one on D. You guys.
I'll tell you what. We'll make it 21. We'll take one. We'll take care of it. But it's just the most Cleveland thing, and I'm just so upset because I love the Brownies. I always have being there. And to see Stefanski, I mean, early in the season you lose Nick Chubb, who was their bell cow, and now they still found a way to keep coming in and winning. They beat the Niners. I mean, dude, you're talking about a team that's fought through a lot, and mostly it's been on their defense. But at the same time, you look at the rest of the season and you think, how well can they do in an AFC North that's playing as well as they are right now? Like, every one of these teams could just come in and demolish you at any point, and now you're looking at it like, dude, can they hang on? Can they do anything? Can their defense survive? Dude, I'm kind of sad. I'm not going to lie. And Kevin's such a great dude. I think that one of the things that Jay and I both played with Kevin, he's a great guy in the rooms, great guy in the field. He's always one of the most calmest dudes. So I don't see him getting panicked about something like this. Like, I remember we were here in 16, and he was probably the most like, dude, calm down.
It's fine. Everyone will be okay.
Guys,
Kevin, when Teddy Bridgewater went down,
it's not fine.
Yeah. Kevin, please tell me the truth. Dude, I'm being for real. He probably would leave the room like, God, these guys are so stupid. Love them.
So we're going to
break it down, dude.
We'll go full screen here for you guys. So this is, again, the Browns with a crazy comeback. In part because this is how the game started. This is 14:44 left in the first quarter. Here we go, boys. Let's get off to a hot start. All right, a little shotgun.
I don't think so.
Kyle Hamilton, by the way.
Yeah, he's having a phenomenal year. Right? This was weird to me because either the running back missed or this is true empty protection, and I'm not sure why. If this is empty, if you go back.
The left guard's pushing him off. Patino's pushing him, telling him
correct.
To go.
Like
he's
the
like,
left,
dude, go.
The left guard's trying to get both tackles or backup tackles for the Browns right now, but like you see right here, the left tackle bites on the Jadeveon Clowney move. This is a short protection. This is a short protection, meaning if their linebacker bounces and bails, which he does, the left tackle is the one that has to get out here, right? So the left tackle should be gutting Kyle Hamilton. Like, he should be gutted, punched in the balls, picking himself up off the ground.
No, not even kidding you. That's what they tell you.
You want to jump? You want to jump? I'm going to punch you right in your
his ass in the balls.
Right? Like, that's what you're going to do. And 64 misses the memo here, and this is what, this is like, oh, Deshaun Watson throws a pick. This is 100% on the left tackle. 100 billion% on the left tackle. He misses the blitz pickup here.
Was like, dude, get your ass out
there.
there.
Yeah, but what are you doing?
But this is the problem too. Like Jay said, you're dealing with the backup, and you're playing against a Ravens defense that has just been all over the field. This is playing into his mind right now, and I believe, isn't that Jadeveon Clowney he's playing against?
Yes.
So if you don't think there's a lot going on in his mind, and the minute he sees him go inside, it goes back to the same thing we talked about with the Bills. The minute you're hyper-focused on something, you don't see the big picture. And that's what makes a great pro great. He can pull himself out and go, hey, you know what? This guy's going inside. He's not even my problem. Where is my problem? I need to look up or I need to look out. And when you don't see this and you let a team come in, now thankfully they came back and won. But for the most part, when you start a game like that, dude, you're already behind the 8
You don't sleep a wink at night.
Nope.
After this game, knowing that that's the first play that's going to get brought up in the film room the next morning. You just lay in bed at night replaying it in your mind like, why didn't I kick out there? Like what?
And
why am I the way I am? Like why do I do?
Why am I so fucking
Why
stupid?
am I so dumb? Like there's just so many things that play through your mind as you stare at the ceiling and you see the clock hit 3 a.m.
Dude, I'm not even kidding you. I forgot to my coach warned me about run through one time, and they ran through. Didn't sleep a wink. One play will cause you to just crumble. I'm telling you. But hey, let's be for real. What's going to help them in the future? And I know people say I'm crazy, but the core that they have are really good players. Like Petonio, Ethan Posick, Wyatt Teller, they're strong. And at the same time, you have Njoku who's playing well. You can lean on the run game a lot. Like there's not a lot to panic about.
They brought DeJuan Jones in to play right tackle who got injured. Jedrick Willis is a really good left tackle. Like their O-line has been very good because Coach Callahan, their O-line coach, is regarded as one of the, if not the best offensive line coach in the NFL right now.
I agree.
Him and Stoutland.
Yep, I was just gonna say him and Philly.
So they're down early. They need to. This play was really inconsequential, but we may have an honorary offensive lineman here. They're looking to punch back. Like if we can't score right away, let's at least punch back. So I just wanted to show you guys this one.
You know I love it.
Oh, the fake pitch.
Oh, sit down.
By the way, I
stands
promise you, on my life, that dude today. Yeah, we're recording on Wednesday. There's a FedEx sitting in that man's locker right now with a nice fine for probably around $10,000.
Little crackback.
Hope it was worth it.
Maybe even 15.
Oh. Yep.
That's a blindside block for sure.
If you pause it right at contact, and he might get another one for
Staring him down.
Yeah, you might get 2 FedExes, pal. But I love it. I love the physicality. The problem this play you can't do anymore. The thing is, if he wants to do this, he needs to put his hat in front. Right. If you watch right there, his hat is. Yep. See his hat's behind. If he were to just have his hat in front of him, he might get away with this. But the fact the refs didn't call this is actually really, really impressive. Because I thought for sure watching this, I was like, oh, that's 15 yards.
Oh, yeah. For sure. You see a dude get smoked out of nowhere, you're like, that's definitely a flag.
That hurt, too.
And he does the sort of the
Allen Iverson step over.
Yeah.
No big deal.
So we're all right. We're in here. They're showing some fight. You know, this was an incomplete pass, but let's rattle some cages here.
92 for Baltimore's having an unbelievable season. 10 sacks.
Yeah, I just broke down his film too, Jay, for Cordell. Got some stuff for you.
Yeah, so did I.
17-3, Baltimore here. We're into the second quarter now. Cleveland's got to get it going. Let's run it.
3-17, 12 personnel, 13 personnel. Oh, baby. 3 tight ends.
They have 4 down linemen.
2-man route.
Here we go. Wide open right on the logo, baby. Njoku goes in motion. Come back. What are we doing?
Full slide. Look at Wyatt Teller.
Go
back to Wyatt Teller.
Go back.
Watch number 77.
7-7. Dude, you know we're one of his biggest fans.
Superman on disability. So he does a great job. He slides inside, right? It's a full slide protection, but it's a slide with man. It's a slide with a man principle. You have men. You have the linebackers. You're not just sliding to protect your gap. So Wyatt Teller, he slides inside, blocks the A-gap, and then he feels pressure come back out to his right. Right, so he's sliding here. He feels right here. He feels this guy looping back out all the way.
Boom!
Superman.
Sit down. Oh, I love it. Dude, this is go back. So this plays into everything that we've talked about for a long time. This is a true play action. We in Frisco, when Jay and I played here, we would have called this 395. We're fanning. We have an A to number 6, and backside they have those guys. This is great because see how everyone's running up here, the linebackers, and see how Njoku's just slipping out. This is one of the things that play into why play action is so fun for us. The minute that these guys get sucked up, you can get your tight ends behind them. But at the same time, you get your big boys to finally lay some wood on these dudes. Yeah. Because as they start to move around, something like this will happen. And Wyatt Teller does a great job of dropping his shoulder and being like, nah, dog, fuck you. Sit down. This is how it's done. I'm not even kidding you. And look, when you look up, all you see is white jerseys. Dude, they are one of the best offensive lines in the NFL. They don't get a lot of love, but they are. And making plays like that is going to be a huge thing going forward for them. They're going to have to continue to play action. You're going to have to continue to get people to move around, especially with a rookie quarterback.
Yeah, those body blows on those D linemen, those ones there, like those pay off in the fourth quarter when they're tired and they're beat up and it's pass rushing time.
Yeah, carnage. So they've been able to chunk enough like that.
It's a huge shot play, dude. You just took 20 yards off the field, and you're like, by the way, we leveled their starting three technique.
Down by 15
Win-win.
here, red zone. Time's ticking down in the third quarter, so they've been able to kick some field goals to stay in this thing, but
Great protection.
Dude,
this sets up another. This sets up a touchdown here.
So they run a TE on the right side or an ET on the right side here.
see, dude, that's why I don't ever feel bad for these dudes. Look how hard he comes into 77, and I still can't believe they haven't outlawed this. They won't let us cut, but they'll let this dude come in here and break his hip. Who is 50, by the way? We know who that is.
It's Houston, isn't it?
right here.
Oh,
Justin
who is
Houston?
that? No. Anyway,
No.
explain what an ET is for us here, Boone.
All right. So an ET is basically when we're setting back. The 3 technique over 77 is going to try and grab his attention by standing straight up or moving inside. And it's basically, they know that they're sliding to the left. So they know that these two guys are on an island. So see how he's grabbing his attention by bull rushing him, standing. He's standing more. I can tell you this. I've watched a lot of his film this week. He's standing up more now than he normally does. So he's trying to grab Wyatt Teller's attention. And then this defensive end comes in and out of nowhere barrels into the guard's hip, because the tackle has not punched him. The only way that you can defend or beat a twist is you have to punch the penetrator. Now, this doesn't get home, but at the same time, it messes up your guard because now he's beat up. You just let the defensive end run full steam into the side of him while he wasn't looking. And this can be mitigated by punching. And at the same time, they don't get there, thank God. But here's
Still
another guy who's
shot.
been showing up, Amari Cooper. Like, dude, have you seen some of the plays he's made this year?
He's such an underrated wide receiver.
Bro.
Like, he's still playing at such a high level. That's Kyle Van Noy, by the way.
God, Van Noy, I knew
Dude,
it.
Kyle
man.
Van Noy's like, you got 34, man. That guy's been in the league for a long time.
Yeah, well, guess what? He's my public enemy number one right
Hold
now.
on,
okay?
who's doing the cartwheel down here?
That's Wyatt, isn't it?
Is that Wyatt? Is Wyatt doing a cartwheel? Dude, he's a wild man. Wyatt is
I
an
love it.
absolute savage.
Dude, I'd be
So he
so
gets
pissed if
ping
somebody
ponged
hit me like
here.
that.
He runs over here, trying to catch himself. Up, feet up to the sky.
Oh, come on now. Don't worry, Kyle Van Noy, you're on it. You're on our list. We saw you.
Seen it with our eyes.
Here we go.
Let's keep rolling here.
Come on, Mackie. Keep us
Rolling
going.
here. All right, so it's 31-17. We're about halfway through the fourth quarter, and now business starts to pick up here. All right, Browns at the
Do a
10
rhythm.
Here with the 3x1. I like it. Ooh, Amari Cooper all by himself. What are you going to do? Put that damn safety over the top.
I'm really unsure what this left tackle set is. I'm going to start with that because it doesn't make any sense to me. Like, he didn't. This is the Jadeveon Clowney effect. You're kind of panicking. You're like, oh, gosh, he's going inside. He preemptively sets him to the inside, right? And then this is just a great job by this back of just understanding where space is. But watch the left tackle set. He needs to be kicking out for some width and out for some depth. Clowney barely threatens the inside. I mean, all he does is really run in a straight line, and this dude just comes flying inside because he thinks it's an inside move right there. Like, all Clowney did was take one step. He took one step, and this dude's just living it. Clowney's
He didn't even
living
get off the
rent
ball,
free
Jay.
inside this guy's.
Look,
Yeah,
the left
he doesn't
tackle
go
doesn't even get the
anywhere.
ball.
Yeah, the left tackle sits in place, which allows them to get around this corner super easily here. But this is where not having Deshaun Watson with 2 backup tackles really makes me concerned for the future of what this Browns team can be, because Deshaun's a magician at times and makes this happen. I don't know if PJ Walker or Dorian Thompson can make these types of plays happen. It's a great job of him creating, threatens with his legs, right? A little pump fake to Njoku there to keep Patrick Queen from closing in on it.
It's a great
and then just
job.
a nice easy dot right inside.
No, it's great, dude.
Yep. All right, down by a touchdown. Clock's ticking here.
Here we go,
All right, so
baby.
we're inside 9 minutes.
Let's go,
in the fourth
Brownies.
quarter.
Bringing it back, baby.
All right, here we go. Okay, now the Ravens are trying to punch back here. Let's see what happens.
Here we go. They're in their famous 12.
Where is... Oh!
Not today.
Double
See?
defensive touchdowns.
I'm telling you, you
Double
can rely on these dudes for a
defensive
touchdown every week. And at the same time, go back. This defensive line is so ferocious. Like, you watch Myles Garrett come around the edge, and you think as long as he can continue to force guys to make bad decisions, they're going to be somewhat okay. Because he's playing at an unreal... Look at this. He's going through 2 guys.
Oh, that's a bad freeze frame for the right tackle there.
It's a bad freeze frame for a lot of people out there right now. I'm telling you.
I mean, 54 is coming around here. He gets Makari. Oh no. See, you're not supposed to touch him in the balls. You're supposed to punch him in the balls, right? You're not supposed to just like feely. You're supposed to gut him in there. But that's why he's able to get his big mitts up here and bat this ball down, right? You don't punch him, you don't strike him. And I have a lot of love for the Ravens O-line, a lot of love for their O-line coach. I think they're very well coached. But this is just, again, things are not going great. No strike, right? You let him get into your chest, he strikes you. So you're playing panic mode here. And so as you're falling down as the right tackle, you're number 65, right? As you're falling down here, you're trying to go up, which allows him to elevate, right?
Yeah, there's so much space between these two, right?
Go back real quick. Is that your boy at left tackle?
Whose boy?
Falele.
That's Phil's boy.
Yeah.
That's my boy. It's my University of Minnesota right here.
Schema.
He needs to get off the ball. Gophers. Number one, he needs to get off the ball. Number two, he needs to punch better. Dude, he's so tall. You should be back off the ball in this kind of situation, allowing for this, because look how fast you just turned the corner. And I'm telling you right now, this is not good for quarterbacks. When you consistently put them under pressure like this, they're going to make bad decisions like this. So when you talk about the Ravens going forward, losing that game to the Browns is not good. You don't want to ever lose a game in the conference, but at the same time, you got to go out now and regroup, refocus, and get back to it. And the Browns, they got to do something.
They missed the extra point, by the way. So now it's 31-30.
Classic.
And we've got this is the final drive here, right? 3.5 minutes left, couple timeouts, need a field goal. Let's see what they can cook up. Down by 2 touchdowns, basically, the whole game until.
Here we go. Sliding right. Oh! Wyatt
How
Teller.
about that? If
Wyatt
that gets recovered, it's probably over, man. Look at this. This is a wild game.
This left tackle had a tough game.
He
had a tough game, right? First, you're getting Jadeveon Clowney. You think he's going to cross your face. Your issues. So now you're just speed setting straight back. You flash for whatever reason.
Don't flash, young tackles.
Young lineman. If you're listening to me, go back, Mackey. Never flash like this. Because
what does flash mean for non-offensive line?
Watch.
So watch 64 here. Positive, you see his hand fly out. Right there.
There.
Right. So he's thinking, I'm going to flash this guy and make him
into
think that I'm punching him, and then I'm going to recoil it, and then I'm going to actually punch him. Well, this dude runs a 4.5. Like, you don't have time to do all that, right? He bats it down anyways, and then you never get a chance to get your arm back up. The flash is something that you see all pros use because they're so confident in their strike that it's their changeup. But when you haven't been striking all game, the flash does nothing.
Correct.
Like this dude, if this dude sees a flash, all he's thinking is that hand is now going low. It's going to allow me to pin it next to him, right? Flash, pin that hand next to him, and dip and rip.
Go back.
Now you have to open your hip and you give a short corner.
And that's why you don't ever want to flash, is because it will cause you to turn the corner right now. Jay said it best. Only the elite guys who are 200% sure they know what they're doing can throw out a random hand. And it's because the entire game they've been striking this guy and he's been trying to use his hands. So now you're like, you know what? I'm going to set him up. I'm going to pretend to strike him. And as he throws his hands to combat it, I'm going to grab the shit out of him and throw him down. The good tackles can do it. But when you're young and you're in a game like this, dude, get off the ball and strike people. It's not hard. When you turn the corner like this, you make it so easy for that defensive end. It drives me nuts when I see young guys flash. I'm like, what are you doing? You're only fooling yourself. Stop it.
So now you're backed up. Okay, well, we got to pick ourselves back up here, gain some yards, and here we go.
Quick snap it. Post 6 sitting in the middle, just playing ball.
That's a good pocket right there.
This is great bounce back by both tackles, right? I mean, they dropped the guy over 64 here. You know, Batonio does a nice job getting hands on Pierce, who's playing really good football right now. Right, the ability Pierce still tosses him by, but he gets just enough to push him around the edge here.
Go back.
They run a TE stunt here on the left side.
Show him right. Keep going. One more frame. No. Play it. This is the TE. So this is the opposite of an ET. We call this a TE. So where the tackle goes first and the end comes around. The tackle, go back, the offensive tackle, 64, does a great job of setting vertical. He does a great job of getting off the ball and staying vertical. That way he can see everything in front of him. The minute you start to turn, bad things will happen. So he does a good job. See, he recognizes it. But where he does a bad job of is right there. See how he loses his feet? He's leaning, he's not striking, and he's not sitting. That's, if I'm not mistaken, a 350-pound nose guard.
Look at this
The
dude.
minute I come to grab him, dude, I am not turning. I am literally squatting and trying to bench press him off. Like, you have to be, but now you've shown that, right? So if you're playing next week, now teams are going to start hitting you with TEs because they're like, hey, he's just going to turn open anytime this kind of thing happens. At the same time, it's a great job by Deshaun throwing the ball downfield. Sees the entire field.
Trusting where your best receiver is, right? Find number 2, throw him the football.
Yeah,
Tell you, bro.
Need a field goal. Need a field goal.
Unblocked guy.
Here we go. Got to block people.
And this felt like a little bit of vintage Deshaun here that was showing up.
Yes.
You know, that's what sucks for the Browns.
So they send. Yeah, I thought he played his best football as a Brown this game, right? And I mean, his personal life aside, he's a fun quarterback to watch, right? So they send 2 guys off the edge here. One peels with the back, but there's nothing. This is all on Deshaun. Deshaun's 100% hot here because this is empty protection. They're sliding to the left, rightfully so. That's where your problem area is. So the right side is big on big. They drop Big Pierce. See big 58 out there trying to go cover the hook curl. Look at him get out of there. First of all, it's pretty obvious he's getting out of there. Look at that stance. He's got everything moving the wrong direction. And then
he's rumbling here.
He's like, "Oh, where's 85? I'll go get him. I got you." But anyways, this is a really good blitz by the Ravens. This is a Saw blitz, right? Saw sending the Sam and the Will backers off the edges, and they end up making it really just a 4-man pressure by dropping the 2 interior guys, but there's no one to account for that backside guy. So this is just Deshaun making a great play, understanding he is hot, and he had no answers to the hot side, so he just had to take off and run, gets out of bounds, and gives them a chance.
So need one more gain here, boys. One more gain to get into true field goal range.
Same thing.
Same
at
blitz,
pressure.
but this time they send everyone. This is an incredible job by Ford understanding how to get out of this blitz.
Yes,
This should be dead. This play should be dead on arrival. Right, Batonio pulls and gets just enough of the kick out on Clowney here.
Go back real quick.
Look at this, though. Hold on. Look at this.
Rugby.
Just move this
Rugby
pile
scrum.
10
Rugby
yards
scrum.
down the field, and bam, number 66. Let's go. Let's go.
So this is just a simple stutter play, right? So this is just stutter, which means you have one puller coming from the backside. Number 75 is going to pull and kick out the end man on the line of scrimmage, which is here Jadeveon Clowney. Right, 85 is responsible for anything coming off the edge.
26. He does a great job.
26 here. The unblocked guy in this play is going to be number 6, Patrick Queen off the left side. There's no way to account for him. Everyone else at least is accounted for. 66 needs to climb a little quicker here on number 0. That's Roquan, right?
Go right now for him. Go right now.
You got to go right now. You just got to
Right
take
now.
a beeline right to the via his neck. Right,
Gain
Wyatt Teller
ground.
does a nice
'Cause
job
see,
of
look,
pinning
he gets
him
pinched
in there.
in. Yeah.
Yep.
But hey, the block that needs to be highlighted is Njoku's. Because see
Yes.
how he's holding him off, which allows
Just enough.
Yep, just enough allows him to get through because everything else is the kick out is phenomenal. Wyatt Teller coming down, right tackle, you need to go right now. Like you need to gain ground because you know that once you see 26 coming up, you know where's that end going. You're either collecting him or you're going to get through. Like at some point you're thinking, hey, you could have collected him, but I love how the left guard comes across and just hits him just enough to stand him up.
And then
gets
Ford
our
does a
running
nice
back.
job trusting his backs and just hammering it up there in the A-gap. That's an A-gap run, and then great job of everyone hustling
drive.
the ball.
This
and
play
just
should be done here. That's the 25, so it should be done at the 27,
Wyatt
28
Teller
yard
with the
line.
push. Post it with the
Teller, look at
push.
this. So we got
Tonio's like, I'm in here.
I'm coming.
I'm coming.
Just a straight rugby scrum. Look at Deshaun.
Brent Urban's like, what are we doing, guys? What are we doing? Clowney's like, which side do I push for? Am I Brown still? I forgot.
that is 7-8 extra yards on the rugby push right
Incredible.
there.
I love it.
I'm surprised these refs are
That's
letting these
amount,
rugby scrums go.
I love
man.
it. I'm all
I'm
here
all
for
about it. But you know, someone's gonna get hurt, and then all of a
Who
sudden they're
cares?
gonna all right, blow the
We're not
whistle.
players
blows.
anymore.
Yeah, you guys
Yeah,
are,
right?
you
Player safety means nothing to me. Just kidding.
Screw them all. No. So hey, there you go, Browns fans. You know, I think it's a double-edged sort of It's great that you had the crazy comeback win, but the schedule is still difficult without Deshaun Watson. But they've been winning a lot of games with Deshaun not playing that well, so there's still some hope.
Don't count out my 216 boys, okay? The 216 area code is very fierce, okay? They'll find a way. Just give them a minute. Give them a minute.
We'll see.
This childhood team, the Cleveland Browns. Click that like button and the subscribe button here on the O-Line Committee YouTube channel if you like these film breakdowns. Give us some suggestions on what you want to see these guys break down in the future, and we'll see you next time.